Hi, I'm Braden Antonovich, and I'm making a video about what I title the rainbow pill. And as some of you, most of you, or if not pretty much all of you, would know what the red pill or the blue pill is in terms of the what we call the manosphere, which is a community of guys that are fed up with society today, like feminism and all of that, just fed up make our own communities, people like incels, which I don't agree with at all. Men go on their own way, pick up artists, all of that, those kind of groups, the anti-feminist kind. So if you don't know what the red pill and the blue pill and all of that mean, just watch this. It's a metaphor from the movie The Matrix, which everyone has watched. I'll show you right now. So yeah, as you can tell in the movie Matrix, Neo takes the red pill as he wants to be awakened to what is actually happening. And, we put that term, the manosphere, which, as I say, the collection of websites, blogs, and forums promoting masculinity, opposition to feminism and misogyny. Sorry about that. I am camera shy. If I'm just camera shy, I've never really put myself in front of a camera recording me before, so yeah, sorry, I'm not really used to it yet. I've just bought myself a green screen, set that up. Um, I'll improve on it, so sorry about just my camera skills and all of that not being perfect. So, as we can tell, communities within the manosphere include men's rights activists, incels, and go on their own way, pick up artists and fathers' rights groups. So, that's what we would say. Because of feminism, modern feminism, not the original idea of feminism, which is because, 100 years ago, women had barely any rights compared to men. And, now, today, some places they have even more rights. But, it's arguable, it's subjective, it's up to your own thinking. Anyways, say overlaps with the far right and alt right communities because I wouldn't really call myself right wing, but I wouldn't call myself left wing. Let's take those off. I do believe in free healthcare, or free, the taxpayer pays for it. I believe in quite a bit of the left wing thoughts, so I would call myself more of a centrist. But as you can tell, this community's more on the right wing. Obviously, it won't. You can tell, and they people like Wikipedia, attributes it to harassment of women, mass shootings, acts of violence. Incels, people hating women. I don't hate women, but as your teachers in school would say, your uni tutors, all of that, they don't trust Wikipedia. If you go on Wikipedia, find the sources. I'm a uni student myself. If I copied and pasted from Wikipedia, put it into assessment, just cross. So, anyways, let's go around that. I've just given you a little bit of a basic outline of, what's going on. Because, well, Like I don't really call myself a misogynist. Like, I do not hate women. I just think, because of modern feminism, that there are some men that are, pissed off because, family court system, how, even in person, like I've talked to many guys in person that say, had kids, had a wife, got fucked over in court. And, sorry for swearing, this is YouTube. Um, Even when he makes all the money, she could be cheating on him, right? Um, he doesn't really, the man barely initiates the divorce. It's usually the woman. Even if she's done wrong, she initiates it, right? Usually, not always, but usually, she gets the money, she gets the kids, she gets the house. I'm not saying like I hate women for that. I don't blame genders for that. I blame, the courts, society as its own, and I think that's what needs to change. Let's close this tab. So yeah, I just want to, before I get onto this, just want to give you a bit of context in myself. So I'm 18. I'm 50 kilograms or just over. Like I weighed myself a couple of days ago. I was like 51, 52 kilograms. Like I am not heavy. Like, look at me. I'm a skinny little bone. I have no muscle really. I'm planning to go to the gym. I know I have to work on it. And it'll help me get a woman. Help me, because I am not happy with myself as well. Yeah, I'm 5'8" as well, roughly 5'8". I went to the doctors a couple of months ago for something, and they that height thing when they check your height, and I'm 5'8". I'm a virgin, and I will, I'm open about that. I have never been laid. Um, of course, I'll just repeat myself everywhere. I seem to have a bad habit of doing so, but I do not blame women for that. Like, I am not an incel. What an incel is, in like my own definitions, is someone that like does not get laid or whatever. Like does not get any girls, no relationships, all of that. And because of that, they tend to blame women for it, even if it's their own mistakes. They're like, women are trash. I deserve a woman just because I exist. Like, that a normal person would look at that and they would be like, what the hell? Like, what is on about that? And, what's his name? Jake Davidson, a couple of months ago in the UK somewhere, he fucking shot up a few people, including himself, and that's absolutely disgusting. I would not stand by any of that. So I'm not really looking at the camera much because I am reading. I've got a couple of screens. So, I just want to get on the idea of subjectiveness and why this is very important on my channel. So, not everyone agrees on something. There is a lot of differing opinions. There's not even two sides of the story. There's many, many sides to a story. There's a lot of arguments. It's not just one way or the other. And so, yeah, what is subjectiveness? Is defined as judgment based on individual personal impressions and feelings and opinions rather than external facts. So it's your thoughts based on your own opinions, and it is not necessarily a fact. Like, for example, you and a couple of your mates, your friends, sit at a pub somewhere. We've all got our eyes on.
I didn't get that.
Sorry, that is Siri. Yeah, we all sit down.
How can I help?
Turn this shit off. Yeah, and there's a woman that I would say, oh, she's beautiful, right? Like, I think that she's beautiful, but my friends are like, nah, she's not that beautiful. Like, it's that's what subjectiveness is. It's like your own opinion, so it is not necessarily a fact. And what is objective? So objectiveness, sorry, I'm just stuttering and all of that. I very much apologise for that, and I would prefer to do this entire video in one take. I just want to show, like, I want to be really open and show, not everyone's perfect. I make mistakes myself. So yeah. So objective means dealing or expressing facts, i.e. not based on one's opinion. So someone making $1 million a year, most people, 99%, would all consider that wealthy, right? Like, not filthy rich, not like a billionaire, but, $1 million a year, that is like very good money. So, it is universally agreed to be a person that makes $1 million a year is wealthy. And so that is objective. So, yeah, getting to the entire idea, and 10 minutes in the video, 10 minutes in the recording, of the entire idea of the rainbow peel, which I think, I'd be pretty much the first to say. If someone else has, let me know. But watching this, you might have heard, the blue peel. Oh, sorry, this is cropped. Blue peel, red peel, even black peel. You're probably on my video because of it. This is not mine. This screenshot is from a video of the channel Wheat Waffles, who is second to the right on this chart. So we'll start off with blue peel. So I can go back and forth through these. We'll go to this one, right? Blue peel. There is a girl out there for everyone. She just hasn't turned up yet. When I stop trying, the right girl will appear. There's plenty of fish in the sea. So this is what I would say most teenagers, including, myself as a younger teen, would have been, taking a girl on a date. Oh, I've got to pay for 3 meals before, if you want to have sex with me, that's not true. And most of us know that. That's blue pill. If I'm a nice guy, nice being, I'm nice because, not, being nice is the bare minimum. I'll let you know right now, being nice, any human being, a regular human being, it's the bare minimum. Don't be a piece of shit. So yeah, blue pill, acting nice because, just to get your own way, basically. If I open the door for a girl, then I deserve her attention, kind of thing. I deserve her to go out with me, kind of thing, and that's false. Blue pill, as in the movie The Matrix, it's what you've been made to believe, but it isn't the truth. So it's what I'll get to that. Sorry about this. Just trying to do it all in one take. Basically simps, right? In this, simps are blue pill. Knee down for woman. When naturally the man's being the dominant one, and I'm not saying women, men deserve different rights, but naturally men and women are different. Just because men are testosterone and all of that, we're seen as we're the ones that carry all the weight. If there's a war, we're the ones that go out to fight, kind of thing, and the women are the ones that breed the children, they nurture, caregive, everything like that. They're nurturing. They look after, they're the ones with the emotions, and the man's just, the tough. Has to take the brunt, basically. What is red pill? It's basically, in the terms of the manosphere and the red pill community, it means because of feminism and because the way the world is now, we're 100 years ago, basically, man, average man in the Western world, right, you would find one woman and basically stick with her the rest of your life. But Now it's, hookup culture. People just going on Tinder, sleeping around, all of that. I don't blame people for it. I blame society, and I don't hate people for it. Just because of the way the world is, and men getting MG Tower, men going their own way, or that as well, which you could associate with red pill because it's pretty much what's happening. And in my opinion, subjectiveness. I'll go back to that point. Subjectiveness. What I'm saying isn't necessarily true. Take it with a hint of salt, right? I will be very open about that. Use critical thinking. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, I'm not making you agree. I'm just saying what I believe, my opinion. Yeah. Red pill, get better gain, get ripped at the gym. Okay, this. Let's go back. Yeah, basically requirement game. You need game kind of thing to get girls. Whereas, blue pill being a simp, basically. My personality, that's what's going to get girls. If I'm nice, then, if I take her out to dinner, then she will want me. And, that's not necessarily true. Some girls want that. And that's, I'm going to get on that in a bit. And the red pill, which, waking up, as I would say, awakening to what is happening in the world, tends to be guys thinking, I've got to get game on, need to learn how to approach women, how to talk, and work on myself, gain muscles, fix myself up, hair, appearance, face, all of that, work on the money, and that's what's going to get girls. And also, that is not necessarily true. It is not a rule. And someone could define all of this better. This is my first video on the topic, and I'm new to this. I've barely ever put my face in the camera. So yeah, let's go back to that. Black pill. So it's even further than the red pill, even further. So basically, girls really focus on looks, so facial features. I wouldn't call myself attractive, and I wouldn't call myself unattractive either. I've got red hair. That's a turn off for quite a few girls as well. Basically, girls focus on face, height. Black pill is basically what you can't change, or tend to can't change. It's your genetics, right? If you're bald, genetics. If your hair falls out, your frame, your ethnicity. So if you're darker skinned, some girls are turned off by that. That's not really a rule, I would say, which is also why I don't really agree with the black pill. Fuck. Sorry, that's a dog on the door. Yeah, let's go back to the red pill. So red pill is more what you can work on yourself. You've woken up to, as I would say, the truth. And I'm using these fingers because it is not necessarily the truth. But with what's going on, it's pretty much... Okay, let me just... That's the dog. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I'm just going back and forth and babbling on hairstyle. So red pill, black pill is what you can't change. It's your genetics. Red pill is what you can change. Let me just scroll down here. Right. Let's just read what I wrote. Yeah, red pill is what you can modify and change. So your body, get muscles, like what I need to work on myself, basically, because I'm not happy with myself. I'm that skinny. My hairstyle, getting a haircut. all of that. You can work on that. Girls tend to like that. Your fashion, what you wear, um, your grooming, your beard. So yeah, and the idea of these pills in this, sorry, just yeah. So blue pill is girls focusing on your personality, being kind, being caring, being selfless. Red pill is girls are focused on stuff that you can like change yourself. Like you've woken up, um, your looks, basically your grooming, even what I haven't said. This isn't my screenshot. This is from Wheat Waffles channel, who is the one right above me. This channel. Uh, yeah, your career, your money. This is stuff you can modify. Your confidence, your social skills, your dominance in situations, right? Um, and that's what will get girls attracted with the principle of red pill. And black pill is, as I'll repeat, so just to get the idea through. Black pill is girls are focused on your looks that you can't change. So your facial structure for the most part. And why I say I don't really agree with the idea of these pills is because black pill. Not all girls go for your height, your frame, your facial structure, your age, your ethnicity. Like it's not really rules. Like if you get out in the world, it's not. It's why I don't really agree with, or I would say they're valid points, but they're not rules. They are not rules. Like, so yeah, like blue pill, gonna be nice. Red pill, stuff I can work on. I've woken up. Blue pill must be wrong because girls actually don't go for personality. Blah 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 blah. I've got to work on my social skills. I've got to make more money, get a good job, good degree. Get in good social circles. Basically rise in status, work on my body, work on my hair, and all of that, and that will get girls like. And that's what these people think. They think it is rules, like you will automatically get girls to doing it, which isn't necessarily correct. And black pill is, you've gone even further down the hole, and this is where it's real bad. And this is where Incel TV, that channel, which I would not recommend watching, just because if you believe in that stuff, you will feel very depressed. Like you'll be like, oh, the world is against me. Like, do not go down that path. I beg you, do not. And I'll just keep repeating just to get the idea through to you. Black pill, girls. Like I'm 5'8". It means you got no chance if you under 5'10". Girls don't want guys like that. You gotta have a fucking square jaw. You gotta have this fucking facial structure. And girls will want you for. And inches, you gotta have a big cock, and girls want that. Like that's what I like. Bullshit. They are not rules. And let me have a look at this. And by the way, these people here are channels. I forgot who this. I think he's like TJ or AJ, whatever his last name is. Some of you may know him. It's one entrepreneurs in cars. He's a good channel. This guy here, this black fella, Darius M. Like I watch his videos every day. Most days he makes a new video. I wake up, I get ready, do everything, go on YouTube, watch his video. Like I like watching YouTube because it enlightens me. Studying everything else because. I am technically not employed. I do make money working from my PC, but I don't really employ, so I have a lot of time on my hands. Yes, I go to university, so I've got my commitments there, but for the most part, I have a lot of time on my hands. and even reading and all of that, reading articles, reading books, that stuff's good for you. And it is covered in like red pill communities. Go read books, and that is where where I say I don't agree with these, but I don't necessarily like disagree with them. As like the black pill, if you watch black pill channels like Wheat Waffles, Incel TV, they will pretty much tell you, if you're not attractive in their opinion, and if you're not tall, your genetics, basically, girls do not want ya, which is actually bullshit, and you will fall depressed, and that is what is wrong with the black pilled community. But I think some of these principles are alright, because some girls do focus on your face, your height, if you're bald, your frame, the size of your penis. I'll try and keep it PG, although I know I've said cock before, so I might as well just slip it out, your age, your ethnicity, because a lot of girls say, I don't like Indians, and I've heard that in person. A lot of girls tell me they don't like Indians for the most part. Actually, I'll let you know here. This guy here, Hamza, I watch his videos. He's like him and Darius. I would watch their videos. This guy is good. I'm active on his Discord server as well. Let me just close out of here. So yeah, I'll just reiterate over here. This is also from Wheat Waffles channel. As I said, I wouldn't really recommend watching his videos, because you will tend to fall depressed, and I watched his videos before and I nearly fell for it, and I'm like, this stuff isn't really that true. But like, as a guideline, blue pill girls go for personality, red pill girls go for your game. You gotta have game to get girls. Your body, stuff you can work on, your status, your money, kind of thing. Important. I won't really cover this stuff because fairly important. Yeah, they're bonuses here. What they interpret it as, and for the black pill, girls want your face, your height, and as I will keep repeating, the problem with black pill is these are genetics, and this isn't stuff you can really change unless you pay big bucks for surgery and change it. Like, you can change your facial structure with plastic surgery. You can make yourself taller with surgery that extends your legs. That it's big dollar. So I would still say it's genetics, because it's your natural. It's not easily changed, and that is what gets a lot of guys depressed and become incels, thinking the world's against me, or I hate women because I deserve a girlfriend, but they don't want me because I'm not attractive, I'm not very tall, I got no money. I hate that. So and yeah, this is where I would show you guys as well, also from Wheat Waffles channel. And for the most part, this is fairly true, so this is why I am showing it to you as well. So this is a table compiled by Wheat Waffles, blue pill, red pill, MG tau, black pill. So consistency, permanent, things that aren't likely to change about yourself, temporary things you can change, internal blame, blame on yourself, external blame, it's not my problem kind of thing. So blue pill is, there's a girl for everyone. Sorry, I'm covering it, but yeah, she hasn't shown up yet. Temporary, you can change it. External blame, you're blaming other people. So being blue pill, being the nice guy, like for me, as a younger teenager, I would say one of those kind of nice guys, thinking, if I pay for women's dates and stuff, that my belief is I would get pussy for it, which isn't really true. Some girls want it, but not all. External blame, MG tau You know, it's unfair, as I said at the start of the video, you know, in countries like Australia where I live and in America, you tend to see a lot of guys getting bent over in family court, you know, even if he hasn't done anything wrong and she initiates the divorce, she tends to get the money, the kids, all of that. He has to pay child support most of the time as well. And black pill normies, you know, I would say kind of the incels and stuff, blaming other people for, you know, problems that aren't necessarily other people's problems. Like, you know, you have to take responsibility as well. Um, Temporary red pill, so things you can change, blaming yourself as well. So red pill, you know, I've got to get better game, I've got to get ripped at the gym, and this is actually stuff that I like trying to focus myself on as well. You know, earning more money, and this is, you know, I'll get girls for this kind of thing, like, which isn't a fact. And that is where these pills are wrong, as I will keep repeating. They are not really facts, but they are, you know, fairly alright principles. But do not take them as rules. Black pill, you know, where you go even further down the hole, you know, you're hopeless and stuff because you think, oh, because I'm not tall, because I don't really look attractive and stuff, means I will never get a woman, and I blame myself for it, you know, and I can't change it. And that is, you know, where people become incels, they fall really depressed and, you know, even they're not blaming a woman, but then they, you know, they're that depressed, they start blaming women, start blaming everything, and, you know, like Jake Davidson and shoot people up, which is absolutely disgusting. And, you know, like, you know, he blamed women and stuff for his, you know, stuff that's not even their problem. That's, you know, it's pretty bad. And that is where the rainbow pill comes in. So the rainbow pill is taking all of these pills, black pill, red pill, blue pill, the principles from them, you know, the stuff that you, like I would personally believe in, what suits, taking that and using that, being enlightened by it, you know, not necessarily agreeing with them, but having it there, consuming that information, as in, you know, your Neo in the Matrix, being enlightened, awakened, basically. And yeah, you know, the black pill, you know, if you are that unattractive and stuff, you know, most girls wouldn't want you. You know, that's also where it can be wrong, because if you're slightly unattractive and then you get all depressed because you think you're very unattractive, that's pretty bad. And that's why I say stay away from black pill, because you can fall into that hole and fall depressed. But, you know, if you are that short and if you are that unattractive, you're not very likely to, you know, get woman, get laid and all of that. And, you know, it is a sad truth. And that, you know, black pill, they say the sad truth kind of thing, awakened. And, you know, black pillars called red pillars cope, because they say they red pillars, they think they're the truth compared to the blue pill, and they think black pill is too extreme. And for the black pill, they think they're the truth from the red pill, and they think the red pill is cope. And of course, they just think the blue pill is an absolute joke. But what I'm saying is, do not just follow one of these and stick by it. You have to just study them and think, you know, I've got to work on myself. I know, you know, what goes on. Like, you know, as I'll repeat, I'm 18, I'm 5'8", I'm 50 kilos, you know, I'm skinny, so I'm not that happy. Not to mention I'm red-haired, and some girls aren't attracted to that. Red hair tends to turn a lot of people off. I was heavily bullied for it in primary school as well, you know, and that made me quite upset for a long time. I'm still a little bit insecure with myself for it, but, you know, it is what it is. I can't just blame people for it. I can't get depressed over it, you know. Just have to take it, you know, work on yourself, and, you know, that's where red pill comes in. You know, you have to work for yourself, but watching channels like Gary Semen or that, you think, blue pill is wrong because you can't be nice to girls, can't do any of that. Otherwise, you're a simp. And, black pill, your facial and stuff does matter to some girls. But you can't just take that because, red pill comes into play. Like, you got to work on yourself as well. You got to get social skills. Money does count, although, like, I wouldn't tell a woman how much I make, like, or how little I make. Money does count. All of this stuff does count. Even MG Tower, this stuff can count, but they are not rules. And what I want to show here, it is quite hilarious. I won't say hilarious, but yeah, wheat waffles. This guy, he, if you watch his videos, you will fall. If you're not very attractive, you can tend to fall depressed and stuff. And what he says is the truth and stuff. I wouldn't really necessarily call the truth, although it might be the truth if you're very unattractive. But then truth, the word itself, is quite, can be misleading because they are not rules. Like, girls, some might like if you're nice, some might like your looks, some might like how much money you make. Which is why I'd say you shouldn't really be standing by these pills on their own kind of thing. You have to just know it's there, know yourself, know outside like what is happening, and just work. Just focus on things, get yourself together. Get out there, kind of thing. So yeah, let's just start.
Okay, but do women like redheads, Mr. Black Pill Expert? Here's a Reddit thread. Ask women. I know that probably sounds like some sweeping, possibly even sexist generalization, but honestly, I'm 25 years old, and I've never once met a girl who found red hair attractive. Eat shit, Sam fucking Wheatley pussy. Expletive. I don't think that's allowed on YouTube. Let's see. I mean, it's probably not the hair color so much as the baggage that comes with it. Pale skin and freckles. Still, I mean, it's how I was born. It's always been a little deflating that I seem to be unattractive on a genetic level. Now it all fucking makes sense. Okay, a pasty ginger who probably feels like shit, okay, and has yellowing teeth because he lives in England with not very good health benefits. Some various redness on his skin. He has fucking wrinkles and shit in his eyes.
By the way, he's not talking about me. He's talking about Wheat Waffles, who, made those screenshots in his videos that I showed before and was talking about, went on and on about. But, as I say, if you watch his videos, you will understand why this guy, John Anthony. So I'll give you a bit of context. So Wheat Waffles, he made a video the other day about I'll show you right now. John Anthony went on and on and on about, said his sexual market value, he was a 3 out of 10, and that is actually a fucking load of shit. Because this guy, he's got plenty of women, he's gotten plenty of pussy, even if, this other redhead that lives in England thinks he's unattractive, he can't get girls and stuff, he's a 3 out of 10, so he must not get all of that. It's completely wrong about that, because, John Anthony, he has got a lot of girls, and, so I think that's where he has every right to be upset, and that's why he ended up doxing Wheat Waffles, which he shows you how in the start of the video how he discovered his identity, blah blah blah. I don't really want to get into it, but
okay, and then what else? And then he's going to a high school for boys, probably got fucking beat up and bullied, probably has never seen a vagina in real life. Okay, and then he goes in and pushes all his hate and all his resentment and all his toxicity out on the internet so that a whole bunch of other impressionable young men can fall into his incorrect fucking worldview about black pill, which is a full-on myth. Okay,
he's
full-on myth. Watch my next video here in the end screen. Okay, and also watch my video on why the black pill is trash. I'm not looking,
because as I just said, you can take some black pill principles, but it tends to you can get pretty depressed for it. I'm going to push my chair in because the green screen's getting messed about.
Looking for a sympathetic response or anything, more just honest theories on why you might not consider red guys attractive. Is just that darker skin and hair considered more masculine? Should guys with red hair strive for certain types of looks different from non-ginger counterparts? Or did Carrot Top just ruin everything for us? TLDR, why don't women seem to like guys with red hair? Now it all fucking makes sense. We're diving into the psychology, okay? Oh, I'm a redhead incel. I can't get any girls. It's over for me, so it must be over for everybody else. Oh, look, there's a guy that I think isn't attractive, and he's banging stunners and models for 10 years. I'm going to cope with that and make myself feel better about my looks theory and say, oh, he's just a 3 out of 10, okay? So how...
So, yeah, he's talking about himself, and he said the stud that's been banging chicks for 10 years, John Anthony himself, who Wheat Waffles, Sam Wheatley, said he was a 3 out of 10, which, I think is completely wrong. And, you shouldn't really be judging people that way. And also that's where I think, this Reddit thread, it kind of does make sense, kind of, like in my own scenario, what's it called? I am pretty. I look at myself and I'm like, oh, because of like my red hair, like it's not really the best thing to have. I also I like having red hair, but I know that it's, I understand this person Jacob kind of thing. Why must which isn't either of these guys. It's just what this he's said. John Anthony is using this for context. But of course, this person I would say, probably an incel, blaming people thinking, oh, it's over because of red hair, which isn't actually necessary. Like, it's not true, like I was bullied for having red hair. Some people on the internet still give me shit for being red hair, but, I've got to kind of accept that. It is a turn off for some women, but it doesn't mean it's over. Like, it does not mean it's over. It's just, and if you think it's over, you need to have a hard look at yourself. Start watching, Hamza, which is the Pakistani guy who is in one of the slides that I showed. The Pakistani guy. He gets girls and stuff as well. Joining his Discord, there's a lot of guys saying, I told him I'm redhead, and they're like, it's not over. You just work on yourself. You get girls and stuff, which and for the, pretty much they're right. And on the Wheat Waffle server, this guy's Discord server, I asked them, I'm like, I've got red hair. Actually, I'll make it clear now. I'm autistic as well. I'll make that clear. I'm autistic, and they're like, "Oh, it's over." And I'm like, I'm 5'8", 50 kilos. Oh, it's over. It's fucking bullshit. And that's why I say black pill is stay away from that. Go more red pill like Hamza. That's more of a better spot to be, but it isn't really perfect. So I would say John Anthony, for the most part, he is quite right. To go off at Sam Wheatley, who's Wheat Waffles, and Wheat Waffles, his fans have disliked the video. But this guy, he's he you would pay him money and he would what's it called, a face analysis. He would do one of these for you. I haven't bought it, but I know I haven't done it because I do not give any of these guys any money. Like, don't give him your money. But he would, like, from like what he said, and people have said, that's what he does, and makes can be off-putting. It is off-putting. So people, I know if I did it, he'd probably be like 4 to 6, 7, maybe. I don't know. Out of 10, it can be really off-putting, and he did it to John Anthony, and he's of course upset about it and why he's exposed Wheat Waffles. you know, and I think this is a really good video to talk about because helps my point. Like black pills, that woman's attraction is all based on looks and height is 100% false, toxic, and a horrible myth for men to buy into. Um, it's 100% false and all based. It's more their attraction, is partly based on that for some girls, and it is quite false. And John Anthony himself, he talks to lots of women, talked to countless hot, attractive girls about how much looks matter. 10 to 20% looks a deal break. Like, if you're not attractive, it's a deal breaker. They are, for the most part, more attracted to survival and replication value. Like if you're confident, if you're being comfortable in your own skin, if you're in a happy state, basically, how you carry yourself. Girls tend to go for that. That's where they tend to go for. But if for the thing of oops. What's happened here? No clue. Okay, there we go. Yeah, that matters. But as I said, if you're very unattractive and stuff, it does. Girls will pretty much get turned off by that. That is sad, but it doesn't mean, take the black pill, get depressed, become an incel. It doesn't mean that. You can work on yourself. There are girls out there. There are 7.9, as currently, pretty much 7.9 billion people on the planet. And there is about 1.01 males to every one female. And that's because countries like China have more men than women. But in countries like the US, and actually, let me show you. Sex ratio. I'll show you right now, and I was looking at this yesterday. So, in countries like China, India, and these countries like Saudi Arabia, there are more males than females. Green is pretty much the same amount. But in countries like Australia, the UK, America, the Americas for the most part, there are more females than males. So, it isn't all over. There are women out there, Australia, population. 26 million people, I would say. Can close that, isn't all over. Well, why is that very blue? Oh, there must be a lot more. I don't actually know. Yeah, if you can lead, if you protect loved ones, if you're adventurous, all of that does matter. And this guy, for the most part, is right. Black pill, be defeatist, give up because you're not attractive. Game is a large part of the equation. Okay, this is where I would say game isn't everything. You do need to learn game, but it's like just have to take these pills. Have to weigh them, which is the rainbow pill. Take all of the pills and what's it called? Yeah, just learn from them. Basically, being like take it with a hint of salt, but about these pills and what works for you. Don't you give him his money if you want, but it's not something I advocate for. Jake Davidson, who I was talking about, who shot up people and shot himself up. Incel was all over the news a few months ago. Everything. He was subscribed to wheat waffles, and Professor Wassel, who's Jake Davidson. Let's show you right now. If I just go to I'm subscribed to Darius M. He's pretty good to watch. So you just fucking don't. This stuff isn't too important. It is important to some girls, but I'm 5'8". It doesn't. I've never really had many, if ever, really, a girl be like, "Oh, I'm not attracted because you're short." Like, I really heard that. It doesn't. It does not matter, really. It's if you're very short, might matter, but for the most part, if you're average heighted like me, it's not really mattered. What is most important, click, genetic looks. They'll say they vote for that. I'm not going to vote for it, but it's what his fans say, and this. John Anthony says, your game's the most important. So, if this was John Anthony, it would be game. Wheat waffles, it would be genetic looks. And, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to stand by just one of these pills, take it all in, basically, and just be like, what actually works, what is happening in this world. You got to have some personality. A lot of girls I talk to, so, I want a man that cares. I want a man who's kind. It does matter. All of these do matter. As I would say, pretty much fairly equally. Like, one or the other, it might depend on the girl. One girl might go for genetic looks. One might go for behaviour, like, red pill stuff you can modify. Some might go, if you've got money and, if you're famous. Some girls go for that. Some go if you've got good game. Some go for your personality, but they are not rules. As I keep saying, they are not rules. Going down here, yeah, IQ of 133. He's been accepted into Mensa. Yes, they've invited him. He estimated his IQ to be in the 120 range. Scored 133 on these tests. Just trying to scroll down to what he was saying about Jake Davidson. No, I don't think it's on there. Sorry about that. But yeah. Yeah, I just want to let you guys know these pills are not rules. This is the title of the video, Rainbow Pill. Take the rainbow pill, as I say it. Let me just read this, just focus on yourself, like red pill kind of thing. Focus on yourself, blue pill. Be nice. It's the bare minimum. I don't mean be nice, guy. Oh, you feel pay for dates and stuff, and I'm going to get pills and all that. That isn't really a rule, and that's why I say blue pill, being the nice guy, being a simp isn't right. Being black pilled, because I'm ugly, because I'm not told means it's all either for me. That isn't necessarily true as well. You have to have a mixture of these, Some girls that one or the other kind of things, they're all factors in it, and that is the whole point. And that's why guys like Wheat Waffles, when they, he pretty much rated John Anthony 3 out of 10 on the sexual market value. He got mad and exposed Wheat Waffles.
It's 0.3.
So, that's my watch. He got mad and doxed him. And that's why I say this community is quite toxic. The manosphere, the very start of the video, how right-wing, that anti-feminist, misogynist, people, right, when they throw around, give each other shit, all of that, it's very toxic. And I would say just don't do that sort of stuff. Just be yourself. Be yourself. Just watch these videos, take it with a hint of salt. Use your brain, critical thinking, rainbow pill, take all of it in kind of thing, but don't abide by them. They are not rules. Just see what works for yourself. Go out there, talk to girls, go on Tinder, go on all of that, and you'll show none of these pills are really rules. They're just there to, as I would say, a guide, and none of them are necessarily the truth, as I've said, which is why the rainbow pill is so important. and I want to thank you guys for watching my video. I might edit this, I might not. I prefer to do all of this in one take. Yeah, thank you. Like and subscribe. This is important. Let me know in the comments what I need to work on. If I'm right or wrong, correct me, talk to me. I'm happy. I'm happy to talk to my audience, improve myself. As much as I'm given to use, I want to improve myself as well. I want to improve myself and help you guys at the same time. This is why I'm making videos, to enlighten you guys. That's why I want you guys to like and subscribe, so I can, I can make more videos like this, and be someone who's on the neutral ground, and just why this manosphere is quite toxic, and why you shouldn't just be blue pilled, red pilled, black pilled, incel kind of that stuff, and why it's not really rules, all of that. But yeah, for the third or fourth time, like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.